kind of silent. The flag just ripping into the air just is the only noise that you hear, just as it whips around. A senior first officer rushes in forward, salutes straight to Chroma and says, "Sir, you must come to command."
And Chroma goes with him.
I assume
You
Follow.
you four have walked across the courtyard to this private administration building, across a couple of hallways, an elevator, three other turns in a hallway. You come to a room with a long stretching table, and senior ranking officials, not only of the Pilot Academy, but of the Federation, are sitting around. They're all muttering something until you crash into the room, the senior officer saluting and turning around as they're exiting. And an officer you're familiar with, a high-ranking commander of the Federation, turns and says, "Well, Johnson, welcome. I'm sure you must be not dealing with this well."
What's
Remember,
going on?
Chroma, keep your head. Don't lose it in here.
"Oh, you have the crew with you." He looks to his other Federation commanders, the other, like the naval, the whatever naval academy commanders are on this current planet. The pilots, the highest ranking people who are just not trying to catch your eye. They look up at you, kind of look down, look at around. There's this muttering until the senior officer, you can see on his pin, like it's looks weird, looks really kind of like what is it, glimmering, and it's definitely more ribbons than you have, of course. Bright stark black suits that you're familiar with for the Federation, says Marvin Reeves, Commander Marvin Reeves. So you don't have any familiarity with this. You have no idea what that means, but he looks at you and says, "Since we... how do we break this to you? You're an outstanding candidate, Captain, and a wonderful mark on our history. For this academy, for the Federation, for the humans as we know it. But since we've given you these ribbons, we've done some digging."
Chroma just like keeps looking at them, like knowing what is coming next, but just keeps looking dead into the eyes of the person delivering the news.
"Is this your moment, Captain? Do you wish your crew to know? Is your silence a yes?"
I request that my crew stay with me and hear what's going on. I look back at the rest of the crew. Um, and I just simply say, this is not how I wanted you all to find out. Wait, hold on. Fuck, my AirPod died. Hold on, wait.
The drama.
This time on all my children.
AirPods in the future are the hearing aids.
All right, I'm okay
Amazing.
now. All right, all right, I think I'm back. But yeah, I look back at the crew and I'm just like, this is not how I wanted you all to find out. And I look forward again.
The commander looks over to you, looks at his people, looks around really quickly before bending over a console. He clicks like a certain buttons, taps on this hologram screen. On there you can see like the wherever he tapped at, like a small little beam of light, like, you know, where he is pointing at, and a projection appears behind him. You see your picture and certain arrows coming through of files, photos, everything coming up. And your mother's there. However, her name is written as if it's like from an application. You see her name, and then her last name under maiden name, Johnson. But the other arrow coming from you goes to a male face. He's holding what looks to be a prison ID card. His name and his last name, Wells. You see his portraits, his news articles, his crimes. So long that it reaches the end of the projection and gets cut off. You didn't tell us, did you? On your entrance form, you kept your mother's maiden name.
Yes.
Well, it didn't take that long for us to find that. He says, could you do a brains check for me? This could be a 5.
You said a brain check?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not bad with these. This is D10.
We would take half.
Great. You kind of notice already. Wait, you say you take half of your.
I was saying he could take half if he
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to.
Sorry. Go ahead. You can roll.
You know what? Yeah, I am gonna take half.
Of
Like at this point, what is it? Is that part of the
No, that's not your feature. That's just you can take half at any point and
Yeah.
succeed on your roll.
Oh,
It's like half of
oh.
your skill.
Yeah. So like if I say, you know, a brawn check and you want to kind of like do a brains instead, you can take half of that die you have for brains to succeed and just tell me how you're using brains instead of brawn. So in this situation, I'm asking for a brains check. You can take a half die of something else.
Oh no,
Well, your
yeah,
brains is a D10 though,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
brain's
yeah.
a D10, so I'm gonna use my brains. I'm Gucci,
Okay.
I'm Gucci, I'm Gucci,
Yeah.
I'm Gucci.
Yeah.
Great. You are familiar with the system, and it's been quite a long time since that statue was up. Whatever he's saying to you about them finding it eventually is laughable because it took them this long. This long. There are wrinkles on your hands. There are portraits on your walls. You are years old, and he is trying so hard to look as if he has all the cards.
I rolled a 7, but since the lovely chat has given me a lot more points, I'm gonna go ahead and use 3.
Yep.
to make it a 6. Well, you say I need to get a 5?
Yeah, you already meet it.
Oh, never mind. Okay, then never
Yep.
mind. I for some reason thought it was a 10. All right, so yeah, never
Yep.
mind.
Yeah.
passed.
It was just an insight to what he was thinking.
Okay, so knowing this, then, I'm gonna look up at the rest of me like, so finding out this information of me gave you an all enough merit to wash away my name.
Wash away your name. Wash
Yeah.
away your name, tainting our history, tainting everything we've built. Every single world knows of you. And now, if we were to let this keep going, they would know that you came from a discharged, dishonorable. He looks at you and says, choose wisely. Choose to be erased, and we will discharge you honorably. Your mother, your status, your pension, everything that goes to your mother right now that she holds, her house, everything. She can keep all of that, kind as a kindness from us. Fight this, and everyone will know that you are not Chroma Leviticus Johnson, but Chroma Leviticus Wells.
My God, this is really good, Moz. That's a really good choice.
You got us over here like the chat, like, okay, what happens next?
I keep forgetting I'm playing. I'm just like, this is, man, what's he gonna do? I don't know.
Zinnia sees him struggling with like the trials of his past that no one knows, and she kind of speaks up, and she's like, Chroma, I know this is a hard decision, but sometimes our worst fear may bring us something greater. I don't know how we can help you.
You can't. I think he looks back right before this all happened. He looks back at when he was on that bed, looking at his mom's picture. And that's really the only thing that he wanted to do, was just make her proud, make her happy. And now he's given the decision that he wants to be the top of the world, and it's being stripped away from him. But the entire reason why he started doing this in the first place was that so she could have everything. And he doesn't want to be the same as his father. So he looks at the console and just says, wash me away.
Good choice, kid. Starting tomorrow, your role here at the academy will come to an end. You'll have 2 weeks to put everything in order, say goodbye to your fellow trainees, finish up any lessons, anything left. All your accounts with your mother will be kept safe. All information out here will remain, but we'll keep this under wraps for you. He
Zinnia
looks at
speaks up
this.
for 1 second, and she's like, who cares if your academy remembers him? He's our big brother, and he will always be remembered by us and the crew of the Minnow. He doesn't need your petty achievements.
The commander looks over to Zinnia. His eyes go down and up, kind of scanning you. Well, keep your friends close then. You are dismissed. The second officer who was outside the door opens. Sir? Sir? Come with me.
I go. Feeling defeated a little bit. Chroma just walks and obliges.
You come to the end of the courtyard with the second officer who has been, accompanying you. He turns around and says, What will he tries to come out and say, "What will you do?" But he stops himself, looks straight at you. He has tears in his eyes and says, "Good job, sir." Takes his hand out and salutes for the last time.
Just have one thing to say. And I put, looking back at everything, Chroma's just like, this academy was my dream. This was the way that I felt that I could do right by my name. Make my mom proud. And finally be able to change the way the world saw my family. And it sucks that this is ending like this. But you better damn believe that this isn't the only way that I can make my name better.
You're damn right it isn't. Now, suck it up, Buttercup, and get your ass on the minnow.
Now just keep walking.
As you keep walking away, the trumpet horn kind of behind you blows in your periphery, and before you, a shape slowly materializes, but you're not sure what it is because it's the sunlight on teal lighting, and the whale smiles at you. Didn't expect this, hotshot.
Your dick hard yet? Getting your fancy?
Well, I don't know if that's quite right, but this is most illuminating.
Is that what they're calling it now? Illuminating? I hope you got a point to all this.
Oh, a point. Well, let's sleep on it.
God damn it. I
Oh
already know
my
something.
god.
Not again.
What?
The droning in your ears echo in and out, in and out, in and out.
I try
Until-
everything I can to fight it.
I don't. I let it happen because I'm like, yeah. It's just...
Let's sleep on it. I'm infuriated.
And
I'm nervous as
all
who's
four
next.
of you open your eyes. And as you were collapsed, where you were collapsed, you awake. And the frost around you is now covering everything. The ice is now turned into crystals of white, growing and growing. Everyone, please do a grit check of 12.
Son of a.
That's a big rip.
To explode. I can't not explode. I have to.
Please do. Oh, I hope y'all are
Alright.
having.
And I could still not get it even if I explode.
Okay,
Oh.
here we go.
Oh, everyone gets a adversity token.
Everyone gets a what?
I'm
Adversity
fucking
token.
dying.
Okay.
Who needs
with
an
all my
adversity
adversity.
token right now?
I couldn't get it even with adversity tokens, so.
I'm going to
Y'all-
use one adversity token to get that 12.
Smart. Good. Smart.
Did you everybody
I'm
You're
roll
the
gonna
only
go
person
ahead
who's
and-
succeeded on these so far, aren't you?
Hey,
I'll give it
technically,
to.
I've been succeeding too. With the
Yeah.
help of tokens. This one, I'm gonna take the L on this one. I'm gonna eat a fat old dick. So.
Okay, I'm going to give it to the person who had the lowest roll, which is Tay.
I rolled
That would
a
be Tay.
Wondra. Oh, Wondra gets a reroll. I mean, who gets a reroll? Who gets a reroll? Oh, wait, Godly take it. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll take this away from. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Sunny.
Me. Thank you, Wondra. Thank you so much. I roll
Tay
another
gets the
one.
reroll. And everyone gets an attack token from Paige. Thank you, Paige.
1d10. This is my grit. I gotta explode. I got a 4.
Gold rip.
I mean, I could get it. No. Yeah, I would have to use literally all of my toys. See, I don't wanna. I don't wanna
My
use all of
babies,
them.
I'm trying to help. Oh, Paige.
I know.
I would, even if I used all my adversity tokens, I still would be too short. So yeah.
Yeah,
I just accept my fate.
me too. I think.
So-
I think it's better.
So your final roll is a 4, Tay. Tori, your final roll is a 2.
Correct.
Chroma, Yosef, what is the update on yours? Just to get
Well,
my-
Oh,
I'm
I
seven. You go.
Alright. Well, I had gotten. What the fuck did I roll? I got a. What did I? Oh, I got a 2.
Okay, you got a 2. And Yosef, you said you're spending an adversity token to get the
Yes.
12.
That's
Perfect.
My
Okay.
11, 12.
Okay, I will go over everyone's really quickly, and then Yosef, you can come
Was
in
this
on.
done as a snap or as? I guess this is a snap, isn't it?
This is a snap. That's why you can help yourselves.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's 12, right?
Yep.
People keep giving us adversity tokens.
I
so now
know.
I'm up to 10. I could use 8 tokens
You could.
to get myself to 12.
Yep. I haven't said anything yet.
That's so many. I don't want to use that many.
Let's do it. I feel like it'll be
At
better.
least not suck to the point that is detrimental.
We're
That's
only
true.
halfway through. I feel like I should save
This
it
is
for
the
when
thing,
it's
though.
over.
This is the thing, though. You don't have to. If you get really far from the DC check, the worse happens to you. But exactly
Yes.
as Yosef says, you can add a couple so that whatever happens, if you're close to the
It's not
DC
as
check,
bad.
it is not as bad. So for
Okay.
everyone who has really low ones, I will give
It's like
another
5
second.
or more, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if I need to get a 12, this is a math question.
Who else
Yep.
has tough?
12 minus 5
Yep.
is...
You can use your strengths
7?
too. Yeah. I mean, not your strengths,
Okay.
your improvements.
I'll
Yeah,
use
whoever has tough could also be helpful because you could knock off at least 3 with just tough.
I'll use
Oh,
3.
okay. So I have tough, so I can knock off 3. So I only need 7.
You only
You're
need
welcome.
7.
Okay,
I'll
so
just
then,
use 3 to get me up to 7.
and I'll use 5 of mine to get to 7.
I'm so glad
Wait,
I
wait,
read the
wait.
freaking book.
Before we go, my math is going bad. So, let me start with Zinnia first. You're using your tough improvement, which means that every adversity token you use, it's +3, and you're using
Okay.
5 adversity tokens.
Oh, I don't need to use 5. I need to use 2.
Yeah.
2. Okay, that's 6. So that's 6 plus. Did you have? 2.
I had 2, so it's 8.
8. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay. Now going on to Sunny. You had a score of 4. How many adversity tokens are you using, and are you using any improvements?
I don't have any improvements I can use, but I will use 3 adversity tokens just to get myself up to 7, so it's not as bad.
7. Okay.
And you could regen if you need.
I can what?
Zinnia could regen if they need.
Yes, if the
Yes, I could.
consequences. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Chroma, yours was finally a 2. Did you want to do anything that you have to?
You know what? Out of curious nature, I want to see what happens with this too.
Okay.
What a rebel.
You
Love
do
it.
get an adversity token for your terrible failure.
Actually, all of you
Absolutely.
get an adversity token because you still didn't make the check.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. bestie.
Zinnia, you use 2.
Yeah.
Zinnia, with every fiber that you can feel, you're frozen solid. However, your core, your body, your roots aren't like dying due to this cold. You are just rooted with these ice crystals around you. Nothing is harming you at this point, but you are running out of time. Sunny, you have used 3
I
adversity
used
tokens?
3,
Okay.
and then I guess I get 1.
2, 3. I
Minus
have
2.
added your 1 already.
Okay, perfect.
And you being a little less weaker than Zinnia, you are also frozen completely, but you are feeling the pain starting. The ice that has crawled onto your claws, your wingtips has now touched the hollow bones that are in them, and you can feel slight pain grabbing at you. It's feels like small little pricks. You're unsure if this is how ice or being frozen feels like, but it feels almost as needles coming closer and closer into parts of your, like, into your hollow bones. Godly for Chroma, in the med bay, after you had punched the ice, you are frozen solid where you had fallen asleep. Completely frozen. All the way covered now. Frost is now covering almost up to your chest. And it feels as if 1,000 needles are now pressing into your skin. The pain is getting close to excruciating.
As soon as we awaken and deal with this moment, and the electric eyes flicker open, and I see the temperature gauge in my suit, I would go over to Chroma, fireman carry him up onto my shoulder, and call the others, everyone, to the engine room. We could. It's possibly the only room that has the most warmth. We must go there now, and I will just start leading the way straight to the engine block.
The others are frozen in their place. If you're carrying, please do a brawn check. Covered with
Okay.
ice.
I'm willing to do this multiple times for each of them.
And I
I'm-
think you also have, like, if this could be a protector, I think, too. If you're,
I think so.
yeah, I think that
Then
kind
yeah,
of works.
my protection protocol is kicking in.
Great. Let's do a check of if this is Chroma frozen solid. I'm going to do a 12.
Okay. Here's my first D20 plus 3 to roll for protecting Chroma.
Come on.
I will spend
11.
an ability point to get that 11 to 13.
How many points are
Because-
you using?
I'm going to spend I'm going to spend 2 adversity points to get that 11 to 13.
Okay. You got one from Paige. 1, 2 is removed. Explain to me how you picked Chroma up.
As soon as I got up and I made sure of my feet and my footing, I reach over here to him, carefully lifting him up, and you would move his waist up to my shoulder, as I said, into a fireman carry,
Mm-hmm.
and having him up now on my shoulder, I look to the other two to determine which one is the most hurt or likely to have the most difficulty to move, I would assume then it's Sonny. I am now going to reach down and try to carry her all in one arm. I do
Can I get
have
another check, please?
Absolute.
This
Third
time, it will be a 9.
21.
Loading dice.
Let's hear this. I need to hear. This is a 9 and you got a 21. That is so high.
On commotion for the
Please,
dice,
I need to
please.
know. I need to know what's happening here. How did this happen? What happened here?
This man pulling a Forrest Gump right now.
I know. You lift, bro? My goodness.
As an artificial being, I have reserve batteries. I'm kicking in one of them in now to give myself additional energy as I'm charging it into my arms and my legs to keep myself sure-footed with the additional weight. And I carry the two of them both on either shoulders, double fireman and carry, as if they were just small stacks of potatoes, going straight to the engine room before I turn around to go back towards Zani.
Chromatato.
So you have Chroma, you have Sani, and you're going back for Zinnia? Is that the
Going back
plan?
to Zinnia.
Yep. Can I do another brawn check? You are not
with me.
as frozen as everyone else, of course, but you are now on that ice. So this will be -1 because you're scurrying around. So it's your roll +3 -1, so it's a +2.
No problem. There we go.
15. Tell me how you carried Zinnia.
I get over to Zinnia, and I first speak to her carefully. It's like, Zinnia, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm just really cold.
Okay. I'm going to lift you. Cling onto me as tight as you can. I'm going to try something, and I am right now trying to overclock myself to attempt to keep her and the others warm when I get back to the engine room.
Oh my goodness. What could this be? Let's do a grit check.
Okay. Would you say I'm being protective still?
Yes, you are still
Yeah.
protective. But I think I'm going to make it a 9.
With protective and my hand stability, that'll be a +5.
Let's understand this. If you do overshoot, that can be dangerous. So just understand that. Okay.
There's
Just-
no punch mechanic.
I'm going to spend another adversity point to get that 9 on the dot.
Okay. Would you like to explain how this works, or would you like me to?
As soon as we get there, I reach past into my suit, past the barrier, and I put my hands on both of my alabaster chest plates. There is a unlatch key, which I was able to press, which opens my chest up. Inside, there is a core that is exposed, that is connected directly towards my CPU.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a dial that's in there that I can adjust. I reach into there and I turn it up myself. And as I do, I start to radiate heat, and the more obvious metal part of my system starts to have a low glow to it. And I do feel a bit more energized, but I am now running on my reserve batteries.
So this is a temporary measure.
Very.
Oh
The
boy.
warmth around you 4 starts to feel so inviting. Chroma, the needles that you feel closer and closer to you kind of are held at pause. For Sunny, you feel this warmth radiating, kind of circling around your wings. And Xenia, you welcome this warmth as well, with your vines threading around, just eating up any humid, warm air.
Yeah. Uh, uh, I would be like, Yusuf, you have to wake up. The captain, he might know of a way to get us out of this.
I'm right now the only thing bringing you enough warmth to get you out of your condition. If I leave, the temperature will drop rapidly. I
Yes,
can't
but
have that.
for how long? The thing is, by my count, if this keeps going like this, we still have 2 stories to tell. I don't think we could survive 2 more stories. You have to figure out a way to get this done now. And the only way I can think of right now is by waking up the most knowledgeable man out of his fucking ass so he can help us.
I look around in the engine room and try to see if there's any way I could get more heat into the room for the crew.
Aside from your overclock system, the engine is quiet. It doesn't look like the heat that was there is there right now. The ice hasn't reached this portion, so it is still the warmest room in the, ship. It's just not as warm for organics. The strum of the ship kind of crinkles. You hear just beams just cracking a little bit. You don't know if this is just ice sheets or if it's just frozen, over. But looking around, you see a screen flicker on and a face appeared. So we're waking up the captain. Or are we going asleep? Are we awake or asleep?
Chroma
And
would
as
look
he
at this
repeats
thing.
it over and over, an engine that is not alive drones as if it is in your ears.
I
and
have my
all
hand
of you
as steady as I can, just flipping him off.
just
I'm just holding it up for as long as I can.
I do everything in my power to try to reach that console, looking for any opportunity I could find to heat vent into this room.
Before you can reach out, your eyes, your limbs slowly shut down. And the eyes, green, beautiful eyes, open up. Flowers of purple, red, and black berries are surrounding a hair that just crawls out as vines, thick, vibrant. And Zinnia awakes.
Oh no. Why are we here? Oh my goodness. I just. She kinda looks
Around you,
and she-
around you as you are looking around, you see everyone who looked as if they were like frozen or wrapped around solid, but they're just on beds of beautiful vines. The world here is humid. The air is thick. Beautiful, large flowers are growing really high. Like, these are the size of almost 10 heads. Like, it is large and beautiful. There is not much moving, but you can hear as if the forest, the world, the foliage around is alive.
Is it warm though?
Very warm. The ice that was on you is not here.
I'm just like,
You are
"Alright."
practically, if you're imagining humidity, you have no idea. This is the humidity that, if Zinnia could remember, this is the humidity that her memories as a child is flooded with. The warmth, the soil. Her vines are reaching for it, desperate for it, because they haven't felt it for so long.
So this is Louisiana in August.
Zinnia, where are we? You seem to know what's going on, kind
Alright.
of.
Take me back to the ship. I'd rather freeze to death. It's 1,000,000,000 degrees.
This is my home. I haven't been here in 16 years. How I long to be here, but I don't feel truly connected. Something's not right.
Well,
The simulation.
yeah, it's the whale's doing. All I have to say is Godspeed with whatever fucking decision he's got to give you. Fuck this place. Not your home, not your home. Like, it looks lovely even though it's 1,000,000,000 degrees, but you know what I mean. Just fuck the whale.
Oh my god, character growth?
Character growth. Oh my goodness.
I think there's some plants somewhere that I can find for you that will help cool your core, but it's gonna be a little hard for me to remember exactly where.
Look, the truth of the matter is, when we go back into that room, we're gonna be frozen solid. We only have a little bit of amount of time, and I hate to say it, but I don't know which one of us are gonna survive from this. Yusuf, you are the only person that can manage to do something. You have to take into consideration what I was saying. If not, if anything, a thought occurred to me. That is the warmest place on the ship. If you can get it open and put us in there at least, when we go back to that room, we might have a shot.
So into the med bay.
Into the med bay. The captain, the last time I was there, seemed fine. It seemed that there was nothing going on in there. If you're at least able to get it open and get us in there, we may survive, but for all I know, I might be out. Coming to from this.
The group. Is that everyone's consensus?
I don't think it's a bad idea. I just don't know if it's a possible one.
I
What
agree
else we
with
got?
Bonnie.
I can break the ice. I know I can.
I'm open to suggestions, but that's the only idea that I can think of right now.
I'm
Well,
up for trying, but you may have to go alone. And we shouldn't split up anymore.
Can I get a brains check from Zinnia for 6?
Sure. Give me 1 second.